Hello guys, Bobby Drives here. So today, I'm in a car and I want you guys to guess it. It's a 16-year-old Japanese hot hatch. It's a 2-litre 4-cylinder and it revs up to 9,000 revs. And I'm sure that should give it away. That's right, it's a Honda Civic Type R EP3. I've never driven one of these cars before. It's the first time I've driven one of these. They're highly regarded cars. The owner of this car loves it. A few of my friends had them and they said, look, it's just a real car. Engine, gearbox, brake pedal, steering wheel, nothing else really about it. So I thought, let me get my hands on one of these and take it for a drive. So far, I'm absolutely loving it. We are going to go around the car, get to know it a little bit more, check out the features from the inside and the outside, and really take it from there. If you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. Do hit the bell notification button so you'll be notified for my new videos. Please guys, if you do like the videos, do smash the likes button, it does help me. And don't forget to follow me at Bobby Drives. VTEC is going to be bit speechless guys, because it's just such a fun car. So guys, like I said, it's the first time I've driven a Civic Type R. I couldn't wait till I get my hands on this. A lot of my friends have had these cars and they said they're just brilliant to drive, so I thought, right, I'm going to give it a go. From the outset, this is obviously a 16-year-old car. It may not be as modern looking as what other cars are today, but I'd still say it still looks pretty nice. It is the 3-door version, and I'm going to give you some history about the Honda Civic Type R. So it started in 1997 with the EP3. Not many of those came to the UK. That went up to 2001 when this EP3 came in, and this produced 197 brake horsepower with 145 pounds of torque from a 2-litre 4-cylinder engine, meaning it will get you 0 to 60 in 6.8 seconds and a top speed of 146 miles an hour. After this, in 2007, the FN2 came in, and that was a whole new retro design, a lot of futuristic looks towards it. A lot of people liked it, a lot of people hated it. I still personally think this was a better looking car. Funny enough, it was the same engine, same spec. It had 1 brake horsepower more, but it would still get you 0 to 60 and a top speed, same as this. So I don't know why they really did it. They probably did it to be a newer car with things like traction control, stability control. But then after the FN2, the FK2 came in. And that started in 2011 and went up to 2015. I actually had it as a company car, but not a Type R, just a 1.8 automatic. And it was a good car. You can tell it's definitely miles ahead in terms of technology and the things that I had inside. And that was where there was a big jump between these Type Rs and the new Type Rs. The FN2 produced 310 brake horsepower, so that was 113 brake horsepower increase on this, and then 295 pounds of torque, meaning it will get you 0 to 60 in 5.8 seconds. So it was a big jump in terms of that. Top speed was up to 155 miles an hour, and I think it was a really good looking car. After that, the most current up to date is the FK8. Now that only produces an extra 10 brake horsepower from the FK2, so it's got 320 brake horsepower, same amount of torque, same 0 to 60, well it was a 0.1 of a second quicker, and apparently top speed will be unrestricted up to 168 miles per hour. And I'm sure you guys have probably seen the new FK8. They look crazy. They've got 3 exhausts at the back, massive spoiler. It's a much bigger car than this. I mean, these cars are tiny, but like I said, all newer cars nowadays are getting bigger. But yeah, the FK8 is one car that I really do want to get my hands on because apparently it's been voted as one of the best hot hatches. Oh guys, and I forgot to mention, going back to the FN2, they did do a Mugen version, which was like a championship white colour that it came in, and they were really rare cars. So not only did it produce 240 brake horsepower, it was stripped out, so it had a lot of weight loss, much more stickier tyres, better suspension and better brakes. And those cars get you 0 to 60 in flat 6 seconds. If you got one of those Mugens, keep on to them. This being number 2 in the line, I've heard a lot of great things about this car, even from the owner who loves this car. Prior to this, coincidentally, he actually had the FN2, the newer version, and he went back to this. Loads of the YouTube videos that I've seen online, everyone just talks about how great these cars are and how you can just tune them up to 400-500 brake horsepower without having to change that much. Maybe chuck on a turbo, maybe chuck on a supercharger. But these are really good track focused cars if you tune them up, or you can keep them like this, which is a pristine example of a Honda Civic Type R of this era. It's had no messing around, no K&N filters, no turbos, no superchargers. It's just been looked after, fully serviced by Honda. It's got all the stamps. It's got 89,000 miles on the clock. And in my opinion, these cars are aging and they're becoming more of a collector's car. So I'd be more inclined to keep the car exactly how it is and not touch it. And moving on to talking about how this car feels when you're driving. So I've just briefly taken this out for a drive. I haven't fully taken it out yet, which I will do in a second, which you guys will see. But from the outset, it's just a fun car. It's got no frills about it. It's just you and the car and the engine. No aids like, you know, traction control or stability control. It's just more a fun car. Another thing to mention, guys, another way to distinguish if you've got a normal Civic or if you've got a Type R. All of the Honda badges, like here, will all be red. So if you see one which is not red, it's not a Type R. If it's red, it's a Type R. Brilliant. So guys, I thought I'd bring you a closer view of the updated lights. So they just look a little bit more modern. I think the owner's going to do a bit of a rub down on these lights because they are starting to go a little bit yellow, but that happens for cars of this age. But as soon as you polish them up, they actually look like brand new. And here are the rear lights. These are the facelift version and they're a little bit more silver and see-through, and again it just makes it look a little bit more modern. And here are the wheels, guys. So they are 17-inch. I'm a bit surprised, I thought they would be 16-inch, but yeah, 17-inch wheels. 7 multi-spoke alloys. I love the red logo again to distinguish that it is a Type R, and the owner is running Michelin Pilot 4S's on this, so you get superb grip. Another thing I really like is that your indicators are on your wing mirrors. I only thought new cars do that, but a car which is 16 years old also does it too. So guys, here's a view of the engine, this famous 2-litre 4-cylinder VTEC engine. Like I said, it revs out to 9,000 revs. It's done 90,000, well almost 90,000 miles. Not a single issue, but that's what Hondas are known for. Really bulletproof engines. Beat wise, you've got loads of space. I don't know what the litre capacity is, but you can fit loads. Remember, the seats are 40-60 split, so you can push them down, and you have to put big cargo in there too. I think I'm getting stopped. Well, I think they're backing off now. But yeah, great amount of storage. Let's see if they pull me over. Interior wise, guys, it's pretty much what you see. 6-speed manual gearbox. It's up here on the dashboard, it's not down here where you initially have it. But the reason why, you're literally about 5 or 6 inches away from the steering wheel, so for people who are racing, you've literally got quick response to the steering wheel as well as the gear knob, so that's why it's up here. Got your handbrake here. The steering wheel is quite basic, there's no buttons on them, but again, like I said, a car of this age, you wouldn't expect it. One thing I'm really thankful for, you do have air conditioning in these cars. Not all of these Civic Type Rs get them, but thankfully this car does have it. I love the white dials. Again, it just makes it look a little bit more sporty. On the right cluster, it does say Type R, so you know you are driving a Type R. Again, the logo is red on your steering wheel. But let's not forget these seats. Guys, I absolutely love these seats. They're so hugging and supportive. These are proper Recaro bucket seats. Another thing to mention, down here you do have a plaque to say it's a Type R, R-30470. Might be the amount of numbers that they're made, but it's really nice that you've got this Type R metal logo down here. Makes it feel a little bit more special. Underneath it, there's more storage where you have like a packet of crisps. But what's really nice, you have another drawer underneath that you can slide out where you can put, well, looks like cup holders in there. But you've got another cup holder here, and you've got another cup holder here. This car's got loads of cup holders. We were fighting for cup holders back in those days. Honda had loads of them. So yeah, great storage down here. Got a place here to just put your mobile phone or keys and like your pens. Glove box is a decent size. You've got a little storage area up here that you can put bits and bobs, and then you've got your side door cards, which admittedly are not the biggest, but like a 500ml water bottle, it'd fit in there very easy. Infotainment wise, forget about it, you don't actually have any. All you have is just a CD player and your radio, but that's what you'd expect from a car of this age. But what I really like is like your heating dials. It's just very simple. The bottom one's to turn your fans up and down, middle one's the temperature, top one's where you want it to be displaced. No funny business, it's just that. Like I said, this car is more of a thoroughbred driving car, not about having heated seats or all those other extras. I will mention though, you do have 2 electric windows, your mirrors are electric and also heated. There's some cars today that I drive which don't have heated mirrors. This car has heated mirrors, which I really like. And let's not forget, even the back seats, decent size. You can get 2 people in there really comfortably. I doubt the newer ones will be as spacious as this one in the back. I also like the Type R mats in the car. Again, just makes it look a lot more sportier than a normal Civic. So guys, let's take it for a drive. So this has got that infamous VTEC engine, so when you get over 6,000 revs, it's like literally like a boost. Even though this doesn't have any turbos, it's a purely naturally aspirated 2-litre engine. As soon as you go over 6,000 revs, it just literally wakes up. There. Wow. Love it. Oh my god. And you know the thing is, there's something about driving a manual, a 6-speed manual, you just can't beat it. It's just fun. Obviously most of the cars I drive nowadays all have paddle shifts and, like, you know, they're very easy to drive, like a Sigma automatic. There's nothing about having a 6-speed manual. And like I was talking about, where the gear knob is placed, you know, it's pretty much on the dashboard. I mean, I can touch the distance between my steering wheel and to the gear knob. It's literally about 5-6 inches, but they did it so it's a bit more of a racing car, you know, the gear knob's really close to the steering wheel. And I really like it. A lot of people didn't like this look, but fair enough, you don't have an armrest, so you are always putting your hand up here. And I love how the gear knob's actually metal, clicks a little bit. And another thing is, obviously, speaking to the owner of this car, he says it just grips so well. Yeah, it doesn't have, you know, like traction control, stability control. Luckily it has power steering and ABS. And back in those days, 16 years ago, those are the things which probably are the most important things. So yeah, you've got to be a little bit careful. If you do push this, it is going to probably slide out, it won't behave, so you've got to take it a little bit more respect. What is this guy beeping for? Show my VTEC. Whoa, that is quick. But yeah, so it's one of these cars where I just say it's a little bit more basic. It's no frills, it's just really you and a car. But I love that. I like cars like that. Also guys, this car's like a very rev happy car. I push on the throttle, it's super responsive, but it just wants to go. So let's feel that VTEC. Yeah, it just gives you more power from nowhere. Let's take it back into gear 2. 6,000 revs. I wonder why a lot of people have tuned these cars up, because you can literally chuck a turbo on, or you can chuck on a supercharger, get up to around 400 brake horsepower, with not really having to change anything else. These cars are really good cars to tune. I mean, that VTEC 2-litre engine, I'm just surprised, I'm blown away. Even the newer one after this, which was the FN2, it only had 1 brake horsepower more, and it was the same 0 to 60, same top speed. I wonder why they did it, but they added more stability control, traction control, so it became a little bit more of a friendlier car to drive. But I feel in some ways it takes out all the thrills of having one of these super fast front wheel driven hot hatches. Yeah, that VTEC seriously makes me smile. Love it. Right, let's go straight over. And it's nice, it doesn't get too much torque there, so, you know, being a front wheel driven car, it's not really pulling left and right, it's nice and sensible. And obviously, like I said, as soon as they went to the FK2s and the FK8s, they're totally like different cars. They've got all the modern technology, obviously weigh a lot more than this car. Oh, that's one thing to say, guys, this car's like super light, that's why it just flies just with 200 brake horsepower. But yeah, going back to FK2s, which was, you know, 2011 up to 2015, and the current model, which is obviously the FK8, they're running between 310 to 320 brake horsepower. So yeah, it's a lot faster than this car. But that's what you expect, you know, the newer the car, the faster it is. Bear in mind, guys, this car is still 16 years old. So for a car to do this sort of speed, or this sort of handling, or being this so track focused, love it. Absolutely love it. I mean, think about it, I don't have no buttons on my steering wheel, that's how basic it is, but you don't need any of those. VTEC. Oh, and the gear shifts are lovely. Love the gear shifts. It's a great car. Any of you guys at home who've got a Civic Type R, tell me how you feel about the car. Do you love it? Do you hate it? One thing I will say, inside the car, the cabin is quite noisy. I can feel the road, I can hear the road. It's quite thin, but that's how you get, what, 1200 kilo car, nice and light. But yeah, tell me what you guys think at home. So guys, let's put the windows down. I've got on gear 1. That VTEC. Now, wait. Sorry about the sounds I'm making. There you go guys, an awesome car to drive. I love how it's just instant, and again that comes from that naturally aspirated, no turbos, just put your foot down and it goes. Love the VTEC. Just, I've never driven a car where you get to the end of your power band and it actually gets faster. All cars die out at the top end. This car, you get 6,000 revs and it goes, poof, it just blows from nowhere. So definitely a unique car. Nice gear one. VTEC. 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 Oh, I feel like a child in this. You do get some JDM versions of this, which is more tuned towards being. Right, let's put it further. Yeah. Sorry about it, guys. You do get the JDM versions, which are Japanese domestic cars or motor cars, and all these cars are built in Swindon, by the way. But the Japanese will send their own batches of engines, which are slightly bit more power, a little bit more tuned. They'll send it down to Swindon, get their engineers to put them in a car, and then send them back to Japan. So Japan had a different spec, Type R, to what we did, and they had a little bit more power, slightly better suspension, and I think it's a bit unfair. Why didn't we have that too? Good thing to notice about this car as well, guys, it's the first Type R which has independent. I got a little. I've got, what have I got behind me? I've got an MX-5 or something trying to race me. He left the race. So guys, that brings us to the end of my review. You could probably tell by the smile on my face, I've absolutely loved driving this car. I haven't driven a car in a long while, which is a manual 6-speed gearbox, and the way that this feels, you're so connected to the road, although it is a little bit noisy inside. But I've absolutely loved driving this car. All of these YouTube reviews or friends or the owner who've said to me that these are brilliant cars, I totally agree with you guys. This is a nice little hot hatch that I'd love to have in my garage one day when I'm a bit older, just to have that original sporty feel of you being connected to the road. But I hope you liked it, guys. If you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell notification button so you'll be notified for my new videos. And if you did like a video, guys, please smash the likes button. It helps me a lot. And don't forget to follow me at Bobby Drives. But until next time, keep safe and I'll see you then.